It is that time again. I was going to continue Subnautica 2, but being that I'd be alone, I may as well not push it and just continue doing this. Because honestly, I'm behind on this and I just want to get this first game series done with, honestly. And being that I can only really stream it for like 2 hours a day during this time of the year, it kind of makes sense for me to just continue doing it for the time being. Especially if I want to do an updated series on the second game. But you know, it only makes sense to finish the first one before I start the second game. I wasn't gonna do another series on the second game, and truth is, I don't know if I will. I'm not saying that as like a confirmation. I'm just saying I think it could be fun to do a higher quality second game series. And heck, I might not even stream it. I might just do videos. Because I think it would be cooler that way. Or you know what? I could even do both. I could do stream and videos. But that's a lot of work. And that's for at least probably not until the summer. If I had to guess. Because I don't want to do it any sooner than that. But yeah, last time we started Galenholm. Which is seeming to be a very nice and harder chapter, which is good. And today we're going to continue it. We started building a bit last time, but we didn't do much. It looks like we did a lot, just because we basically built a new room and patched up one halfway. But it mostly looks like we did a lot because of the floor. We started with flagstone and bricks. So it already looks like we built a fair amount, but we really only built 2 rooms here, like, it's nothing to celebrate. We're going to be continuing to expand today. And also, hopefully, continue the story, but for some reason there's no... Okay, there he is. I was confused why there was no mission point or anything. Because, like, I don't think I forgot anyone anywhere. But yeah, we're going to be continuing to build... not right now. I want to continue in the story a bit, just to see if we unlock anything. But once I finish clearing out this little corner here, we're gonna continue with the story, and then probably build next time. Not next time. Build later if we unlock anything new, and even if we don't, I might start framing out the kind of build I want to do, so that way you can finally get a visual for what I want to do. Because it's a build I've actually done previously, if I recall. I think I tried to do a build like this previously. It's a similar design, but basically simpler and better. I tried to make a design like I'm gonna do, but on that end of the base instead, and it just did not work out. I have an idea in mind to try and patch up my wrongdoings of that time. And I'm gonna try and basically do the same thing, but do it better. That's basically my goal. You know, when you make a mistake, do it twice, or something like that. Now, what was I doing even? I already forgot. I think this is gonna go here. And I need food, first of all. I just wanna do some quick planning. I think this goes... Wait, I'm doing this, like, completely wrong, because... wait, yeah, I'll do it later. Cause I'm gonna get so confused if I do it now. But I think this works. I'm just, like, slow right now. 1, 2, actually I'll do it all. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That brings you out to 8. So yeah, I think 8 will be the thickness, and it'll go out to 10 over here. I think this could work. Might not be the fanciest thing ever, but I'll leave out 1, 2, 3, 4. That'll leave out 4 blocks of space, which isn't massive, but it's enough, I think. So yeah, I think my idea will work. We'll have to move the bats, though. That's one of the big things that's gonna have to happen. Well, let's continue with our missions here by talking to Gluttimus again. And we did a battle last time, so yeah. Thanks for fighting off the monsters, Magic Z. You really showed them who's boss. Why didn't I help you? I I wasn't scared or nothing. I had a tummy ache, didn't I? You can't expect me to fight with a tummy ache. But anyway, you must be tired from all that fighting. I know you want to get Barbella back as much as I do, but if you don't get a good night's sleep every once in a while, you'll waste away. I know why don't you take a break from fighting and build me and Burley a bedroom. Nothing fancy, just a couple of straw mattresses and something to light it up with will do just fine. What do you mean, why only 2 beds when there's more than 2 of us? That's, don't worry about it. Just build us a bedroom, will you? And obviously, I've already built a bedroom. I'm gonna tear it down again, but I already built a bedroom, so that's not an issue. Or, blimey, what a bedroom. Thanks a million, mate. Building up your muscles is just like cooking a steak after you've given them a good griddling. You gotta let them rest if you want to get them nice and juicy. Barbella will kill me if she sees me like this. I've got to get some sleep and pump up my pecs. Great. What's that? You reckon Barbella sounds a bit scary? You might be right there. She ain't the sort of woman you want to get on the wrong side of, but deep down she's the sweetest flower you could ever want to meet. Time was, we were all fighting against the monsters on our own. It was every man for himself. Until the day Barbella showed up, she brought us all together and got us organized. Without her around to keep us in line, we don't stand a chance. We've got to get her back. It's the last thing we do. Oh, and here you go, Majesty. This is for you. My way of saying thanks for fighting off the monsters. It's your bed. I made it myself. Told you not to worry about making an extra one, didn't I? Happy now, ain't ya? From now on, you'll have my friendly feelings warming your back every single night. Lovely. That's just what I want. Although the extra bed is nice, because I won't have to spend the resources on it. Majesty, it's an emergency. While we was dallying about building that bedroom, Burley remembered something. Remembered where the monsters took our other mate. We already found them, so yeah. Apparently he saw the horrible thing dragging them off to a little fortress they built off to the southwest. If we were lucky, he'll still be there. You better take Burley with you, and get him out of there as quick as you can. What do you mean, take Burley with you? What do you think I mean? I want you and Burley to go down to that fortress together and bust out our mate. You're telling me you've never headed out of town with one of your friends before, are you? If you got a mate with you, you can watch each other's backs and take on the strongest monsters without battling an eye. But don't get too cocky, that fortress is as well built as I am. If you want to get inside, you're gonna have to go through the front door. No doubt the monsters will have our mate pretty well guarded if I was you. I'd equip the best gear I could find before I went down there, and I'd take plenty of medicine too. Burley's already kitted out and raring to go. When you're ready to head down there and save our mate, give him a shout. We've already saved them, as I said literally just a few seconds ago. Blimey O'Reilly, am I seeing things, or is that my old mate Maxie? Thanks for busting them out of the clink. Maxie might talk a bit like a lemon, but he knows his onions. If there's anything you want to know, he's the one to ask. So did you end up taking Burley along with you in the end? When it comes to fighting monsters, there's only one thing more important than your muscles, and that's your friends. Give them a shout before you head out into the wilds, and they'll tag along, no questions asked. How come I never tag along with you? How many times I gotta tell you I can't? The minute I leave this hideout, I get all nosebleed. Honestly, it's like someone's left the tap on. I'm not scared or anything, if that's what you're thinking. It is what... It's not just what I'm thinking. It's called the reality. That's clearly what's going on here. What's your Majesty? Now that all the boys are back together, how about stalking your bodybuilding to the next level? Hold on, that ain't right. The bodybuilding's our job. It's the base building I want you to take care of. You know how you said you was some sort of legendary builder? Well, I asked Maxie about it, and he told me the whole story. I couldn't get my head around most of it, but it sounds like you're going around the world building everything that's broken back up again. So how about building coal up and all? True it is, Majesty, I can feel it tingle in my triceps. It's only a matter of time before the monsters attack you. Before they do, I want you to build coal into a proper fortress, make this place bigger, better, and burlier than it's ever been before. Nice work, Majesty, the base is looking better already. Though this was probably base level up, I already did that when we built this room right here that we're literally standing on, so yeah. Nice work, this base is looking better already. I don't know if it's just my imagination, but you're looking a bit burlier yourself. Not that you had any beef on you to begin with. It's hard to believe a puny little petal like you could be a legendary anything. Still, you can't argue with results. The kind of stuff you're building is in a whole other level to anything I could have come up with. That's got me thinking. I don't know if you've seen, but the Magmalis, what rules these parts, got this army of dancing flames. The problem with those things is no matter how hard you bash them, it don't even leave a scratch. But with your super special building powers, maybe you can make some kind of weapon. What would? Truth is, Barbella's the only one who knows anything about building stuff. Before she joined up with us, she was something of an inventor, dreaming up all kinds of weapons to use against the monsters. I bet if you and Barbella bang your heads together, you'd be able to come up with something amazing. If we're gonna win this war, we're gonna need Barbella's help. That's why we gotta get her back quick, smart. And that is going to lead us straight into a battle. Interesting. That's not too surprising. I think I'll wait on that. And by wait, I mean not like wait all that long. I just want to, first of all, get this bed put down, because I'm not going to just need it in my inventory. Then we can get the free food. And, you know, I'll put the meat back in there, actually. I don't want the meat for myself, so screw that. Alright, this room needs a chest to actually work. Which brings me to a point. I spent like 10 minutes just collecting some basic resources. As you can see, we have 60 sticks. And I got some healing supplies too, just in case we end up needing it. So, you know, that's a bit of an advancement that I've made during that time that I was on for like 5-10 minutes. Which was quite productive, so yeah. That was that. We are gonna do this battle. I want to save and also blow my nose first, because I am a goober, as usual. So, yeah. Alright, that's gonna have to do for now, because I'm not gonna spend like an hour just sitting here trying to blow my nose. Alright, let's do this. Fresh drink, nose blown, let's go. I'm not gonna read his old chatter, I don't care. Every single time, it's just monsters are coming, let's go prepare, you know, the usual. Speaking of which, I should get out my copper sword for good measure. 2 phases, 6 enemies in phase 1. Okay. Seems somewhat manageable, actually. It's a lot, considering this is only the second battle ever, and it's this early into the chapter, but what am I to care? Wow, that's a lot of damage. Some nice little horns. Scorpion horns. Yeah, I think I'll swap to the copper sword. These guys did not do any more damage than the bare minimum, and they're already dead. Damn, that was a scuffed hitbox, though. Get out of here, you scorpion. Come back out. I don't want you guys destroying all of my builds. Bro, stop doing run attack. I mean, I guess at least they're not shielding, which is more annoying. But like, come on. And see, they're starting to shield. I say one thing and they start doing the one thing I don't want them to do. This is a tougher fight than I thought. Like, they are not getting, and there's another phase too. Not messing around today, are we? The difficulty is indeed ramping up. I should have kept that seed of life. I kind of just stopped doing my good habits, but like... a seed of life is a full instant, like, full health heal, you know? Dancing flames. Yeah, I don't really want to be seeing any dancing guys. I need to defeat the leader, but I can't defeat the dancing flames, so I just have to wait. Should be somewhere. There he is. Oh, it's a pyromaniac. Of course it is. Oh boy. It's a big pyromaniac. Get over here. Stop throwing your balls at me and get over here. I don't want to go that way, because then the stupid guys are gonna see me, but sure. We'll run it, I guess. He's not as strong as I would have thought, which is good for the record. Because, like, this fight was already very hard to begin with. There you go. That was a struggle. But it happened. I got it done, you know. Oh, and we got a teleportal. Interesting, interesting. One thing I didn't think of is where do I put the portals, so I guess we'll put it right here. Actually, something else I didn't think of is where do I put the trees, but that's going to be an issue for another time. Let's talk to Gluttimus in that case. Nicely done, Magic Z. You gave the monsters a proper walloping. And it looks like they dropped something pretty important. Mind if I take a quiz? Core blimey, it's only a bloomin' teleportal. You can use that to go and get the stuff I want. Who would have thought the monsters drop just what we need when we need it? Always knew they was good eggs. But anyway, Maxie's remembered something the monsters were saying when they had them strung up in that cell. Apparently they've got the Barbella locked up in their big black castle island on the island across the sea. I want to go and get her out of there as soon as we can, but it ain't gonna be as easy as all that. That castle of theirs is made out of even tougher stuff than that little fortress. We're gonna need a weapon made out of something stronger than wood if we want to get in. That's why I want you to make some iron ingots. Only problem is you won't find any iron around here. It's all in an old mine far, far away, but if you step through that teleportal, then maybe, just maybe... Well, what are you still hanging around for? Go and dig up some iron and cook me up 10 iron ingots. Okay, I'll do that sometime, TM. Actually, I want to fix up this kitchen first. so I can keep getting some free food. But yeah, that is what I'm gonna do next, I suppose. The thing I really want is wood, obviously. For 2 reasons, though, actually. Okay, great. Of course, we get a dream, right, as I thought I was gonna get a free yap session. But there's 2 reasons I want wood. For the logs, because I actually want to include logs as part of my building design. And also for wood, because we need the colossal copper and stuff. Either way, a light shines in the darkness. Images begin to form in Magic Z's mind. Lo, thou art fair indeed. Will thou sample the central puff buff for a mere 20 coins? Alack, this a grave shame indeed. Still, this only natural, the hero of legend should be a virtuous sort of fellow. Should the urge ever come upon thee, thou needst only say the word. Hast thou set foot upon the isle to the south of this place? Thou hast, but this said that land is rifled with beasts of incomparable ferocity. Mayhap thou art mightier than thou seemest. I jest, of course. Know how well thou art the scion of Erdrick. There is none more mighty than thee. Legends tell of how mighty Erdrick did use the rainbows as a bridge to reach the Forsaken Isle north and west of here. They speak also of how he did descend into the darkness through a hidden doorway in the throne room of his foe. In all her glorious wisdom, Almighty Rubus has chosen thee, Sir Blank, to be the one who will rid this world of the hated Dragon Lord. It falls to thee to fulfill the sacred duty to vanquish the darkness and bring back the light. It seemed like a memory of something that happened long, long ago. But whether it was his own memory or somebody else's, Magic Z can't remember. Story of my life, being unable to remember anything. So yeah, we need to get iron, and we need to go across that teleportal. So let's go on an adventure once we make a bunch of hammers, and also clear out our inventory because this is just a mess. It's time to de-slopify our inventory. I'm not even gonna bring blocks. I'm going in raw dog. Mostly, I'm gonna bring whatever. Okay, we didn't get any food apparently, so that's fine. Did we get any buildables? Nope. Okay. That's all very lame, but it happens. I'll make 2 hammers. I don't think we'll be away that long. To be honest. But I do want to have some spares. It's a cool looking area, that's for sure. If I'm not mistaken... Yeah. I saw this area. I went looking for branches right there, and there's our base out there. So yeah, you can... Oh damn, this fire guy spawned over there. But yeah, you can see this place from the island. From the main island, I should say. I don't have any kind of quest marker, but I remember where it is. But that's actually not my main priority. My main priority is getting wood. Which, as you can see, is right here. Let's go. Stumps. There's no actual trees until later into this chapter, so... The only way to get wood this early is to take advantage of the stumps. It's a nice IQ test. Because if you think of the fact that it's the stumps to give you the trees, or the saplings more specifically, then you get to be rewarded with the wood quicker. But, if you're not smart enough, and you don't think of the stumps giving you saplings, you can still progress, because I don't think you need wood until later, at least for any missions or of any kind. But you can only get wood and the benefits that come with it for the next teleportal, since those have trees. Like, fully grown trees, I should say. So it's like a nice way to set that up. But yeah, there's this gateway here. Can't wait to get these blocks. I will take all of them once I get access to them. And yeah, there's the iron. Although I will go further, because there is a cave further. I probably need more coal as well, so that would be a good idea to collect some of that stuff. There's a cave here, but there's also another one. I just want to make sure there's nothing important in this one, because truth is, I don't remember. I don't remember, but I know there's stuff. There's a chest over there. Over here, there's nothing. Which is fine, because, all as is pretty evident, there's the never-ending supply of iron. Got a bit of coal at the same time. It's a win-win. It's nice, this mine has like everything. Has the two things I need, right where I can get them. Just how it should be. Boom. There you go. And we get a portrait of a lady. I remember these things. I'm pretty sure if an enemy, or like a monster more specifically, breaks one of them, you don't get it back. So these are like super rare, limited. Because if a monster breaks them in a battle, they're just gone forever. They don't actually drop as an item. Which is crazy. You know, to have a building game that has an item that just despawns if it gets broken. Especially when it's not buildable. Alright. Here's the satisfying thing you can do with these blocks. I didn't get to do it earlier, but it's just so nice. It's just total annihilation. Let's get these peppers. I think we need them later. I have a tingly feeling that I need them later. Just gonna double check, make sure there's nothing over here. But I don't want to mine anymore. I think we have enough for the time being, to be honest. There's a light, but nothing else. There's obviously the hot springs out there, but we can return for that. Genuinely, there seems to be nothing else. Perfect. That works by me. I want to get some coal, because coal is a bit rarer. Well, not necessarily rarer, but we get less of it going later into the game. So having more of it when we're earlier into the game just kind of makes it all a bit easier. Do I want to try and tackle these? Yes and no. Thing is, I have the other guy now just being annoying in the way. That's one of them. First piece of wood. Nice. Bookcase. Beer barrel. That's always nice to see. Alright, we'll try and get this one. I don't think we're gonna be hyper successful, but I'll see what I can do. It's night too, so we're gonna get like absolutely barricaded. Well, it's one down. I can sometimes hit both at the same time, so it's actually not nearly as hard to kill these guys as I would have thought. There you go. Nice little bit of action. Seed life, that's always fun. I'm gonna take this one because we seem to be mostly taking damage in combat and things like that. I don't know if we'll need stone much, but I'll take a bit. Never know when it can come in handy. You know what? I'll come mirroring back. Normally I wouldn't mind walking, but I want to plant these trees down before it hits nighttime. Not nighttime, but morning time. Because if I plant them before morning, then we're going to get basically 2 days of growth out of one time sleeping. This is so annoying. Get out of here. Thing is, even if you kill these guys, they just come back again. It's like, bruh. I don't need a monster egg. Actually, I can use it. So it's not the end of the world, but still. Oh my god, this is all just full. Great, more enemies. That's what I love. What's this? Needs hot water to make an egg. That's whack, not sure. Alright, sleepy time. Wasn't actually sleepy time, but I just don't want to deal with the monsters, and they disappear if you sleep. So we're gonna sleep once, and then not that. I don't want to talk to you. Then we're gonna sleep again. What I actually wanted to do was go collect the trees now, because they're actually ready. Because now we get cedar lumber, which we can both turn into wood and also use for our own gain. Currently, I'm going to use most of it for building, since, you know, the goal of today is to mostly get some building done. But I will make enough wood out of it. As you can see, we already have a bit of wood. So I'm gonna make just enough, which I think is 8 pieces. Yes. Oh, we can already make the colossal coffer. So yeah, I'm gonna make enough for the chest, but the rest I'm keeping as logs to build with, because I want to start moving the bath currently. That is my next goal. I want to move the bath to its permanent location. And that means moving it there, behind the flag. I'll put this here. Okay, now I actually have enough space to put things. I want my bricks back. Although I don't actually want the bricks right now. But you know, it's the principle that counts. So, I want... what was it? I needed like 8 blocks and then I did like 2. So something like this. I think this is what I did. I think... is it not what I did? Can't remember. Actually, I can check. One sec. Let me just black this out. It's gonna go quiet, I know. I have a picture on my Switch when I did the Scuff build. And I want to check, because I had the shape right. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then 2. So yeah. So my old one was too little. But now it's going to be fine. So that means that this will go then back in like this. And I think this side will go flush to the wall, but this side will not have one of these bricks. I think this will go like this, maybe? I forgot, 1 second. We're gonna take a sneaky peeky over here. Because apparently I'm blind. And I don't know what I'm doing. Right, no, wait, that's completely wrong. Well, not completely wrong, but like... this needs to move over by 1. Now it's right. I was gonna say, it looks not right, and indeed it was, in fact, not right. So, leave that like that. We only need this part of this done, though, currently. And, this will go out. I'll leave this unblocked for now, but it's going to end up blocked anyway, so... who cares? I'm gonna grab that flagstone back, actually. Like, speaking of flagstone, most of this flagstone is going to have to go anyways. I need the blocks, but I don't need them there. So... away it goes. For the time being, of course. I'm actually going to use the rainbow spit blocks. Which sounds crazy after I basically spent the entirety of last stream dissing them. And calling them trash that I don't want to use. But... this is like one of the few spots that it might actually make sense in. So I'm gonna actually use them. There you go. I'm actually going to use the rainbow blocks, I think. I call them rainbow blocks, but they're actually blue blocks and pink blocks. Or purple, I think. Yeah, purple flagstone. But I want the blue ones currently. It's probably not durable in the slightest, but what am I supposed to care? I should make copies of these before I start building with them, so I don't run out and have to tear something down. There you go. Now we should be better. I have the sneaking suspicion that I'll probably run out of these somehow. How crazy is this, like... This is really wide, and not very... Like, there's nothing about this is symmetrical in the slightest. Of course I run out. This is just flooring. Okay. So then I can do... this. Kind of. That's almost what I wanted to do. Oh, well, there's the bedrock, so yeah, we can only go down 2 blocks. Interesting. How do I want to do this? Because this is like the... Wait, what? Oh, wait, this is just wrong, that's why. That just doesn't go out that far. At least not yet. This makes more sense. But it still doesn't check out. Something still doesn't match here. There should be 1, 2, space 1, 2, space 1, 2. I think it's just the back that needs to be a bit stretched. 1, 2, 4. This goes away. And this back wall is going to be stretched a bit. I think this will work. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, and then it has a center point. Nice! That took a lot of effort, actually, to get that done right. I'm gonna use dirt just to keep my extra flagstone, actually. I want my flagstone for better purposes than this. So I'm gonna use this instead. Boom. Now I can move the water block over to this one. And we get some nice steamy water. And then, I actually don't know where I'm gonna put the doors. I suppose right against the front wall, even if that's gonna look whack. I feel like I almost have to move them. But then, if I add stairs, they're only gonna be 1 block wide, which would look stupid. Also, am I crazy, or is the game... I think my stupid thing... Yeah, my stupid thing just constantly resets. This should be at 55, like this. My settings don't save whenever I change scenes, I think. That's what it is. So if I do that, that's just back to normal. Oh wait, no, it's good. Every time I close OBS and open it again, that's just annoying, because now it means I'll have to set that up every single time. Which is just so much effort. I mean, it's not the end of the world, but it's just so much effort to readjust that brightness slider every time. It's no big deal, though. That's not the focus of this. I want to... Do I have dirt? I think I have dirt, but in this chest. Yes. Leave it to me to run out of the material that's everywhere. I want to put this... I haven't decided yet, but I think I'll take the gamble on putting this here. Take the gamble. Actually, wait, no. I'm stupid. That gives 2 blocks. No, that's fine. Okay. I thought it only gave 1 if I wanted to add a staircase, but no, it's fine. I'm just dumb, apparently. So yeah, this is gonna have to move over by 1. I need to move the original bats. But I need to add doors to this first. I also need sconces, which I did get a few for that reason. So that's not too bad. I'll put them here. So then I can put the towel rails right at the back. I mean, some monsters. I don't want monsters again. Okay, great. The Hammerhood's a problem. The rest of these guys aren't so much. Scorpion just does damage, which is annoying. You know, usually these guys would take care of it. There you go. Go kill them. I don't want to deal with you anymore. What was I... Right, wood. I don't have enough wood, though. Trees just grew a bit, but I need to... You know, let's just do this right. I'm just gonna sleep again, so the trees are ready again, and then I can get more logs. That actually works out way better. There you go. Trees are fully grown. Because I'm gonna need more wood. I may as well just... And plus, there's nothing... You don't lose anything by just sleeping nights without doing anything. Now we have wood ready, and we didn't have to wait like 10 minutes, or whatever it is. So there you go, that's replanted. And now we hopefully have enough to finally do the Great Bats migration today. Which will take a bit of effort, but it is okay. I need to make 4 doors. But I want to make iron first, because I think we can make actually wooden doors now. Yeah, because we have wood and we're about to have iron once I actually make a few ingots. So yeah, I'm gonna start making good doors, I guess. There's no real point in making the crappy ones. We can afford the better ones now. I mean, I'm sure it'll come in handy at some point if we ever want the crappy doors, but like... I'm just gonna make wood. Now... I need 4 doors. Means I need to do this 8 times. Oh boy. The perks of not having a selectable amount, like craft amount in the first game. Have to do this manually. Because in this first game, you either have to build the max or build one at a time. It doesn't let you choose how much you want to build. That was only 7, apparently I can't count. There you go. Now for this though, I can do max. Alright, there you go. Talk to Gluttonous or whatever his name is after. I want to move the bats over first. This is so much prettier. There you go, public bats. This is so much prettier than the other crap we had before. Boom. And then I can put the wash tubs just there, I guess. There you go. So all nice and pretty, and I can add a light source here too, I suppose. And now I can just essentially bust down this entire thing. I need to patch up the water first. Yeah, I don't need any of this bat stuff anymore. This is all the old stuff. This will be all cleaned up now. This plate will look a bit awkward for the time being, because, well, it's kind of weird having 3 rooms in a square, like, area like this. It just doesn't look right, but it's not gonna stay that way, thankfully. I need to destroy all of this just to fill it back in a bit. Because I want the flagstone. I don't want to bury it, I actually want to use it, so... may as well do it right. There you go. If you do it right the first time, you don't have to do it multiple times. That's the real advantage. Boom, okay. More progress has officially been made. Now this will stretch out to here. This side will not be the same length, which, while it will look a bit odd, it's fine, because it means this wall will have twice as many layers of protection. And yeah, that's actually that. Okay, anything but putting those there. I actually don't need to do much else now. It's just a question of building the rooms. Now I have the entire layout made. This is what it's gonna look like. It's going to be a big room in the center with 2 rooms on the side. Now, right, I can't have this here because of how this is gonna go. I can have it later, but I can't have it... Why am I building this? Oh, right, because this is a window. It's going to be a window, I should say. I don't want to build too much of this, because I'm probably going to change this block. I don't think I'll leave this as bricks. So I'll probably only do this basic outlining. Because, like, bricks are cool and all, but, like, there's way cooler blocks that I hope, like, hopefully we can collect. I think we can later. So, like, I may as well use those, which look way better. But for now, it kind of has to be brick, because I don't have anything else. But yeah, it's gonna look epic. I'll have to redo these with the logs later, but for the time being, that's not really the focus, so it will do. I want to know if I can make windows, though. So that is something that I don't think we have. Well, we can make them. It's glass and wood. Interesting. We can get wood, and we have glass, because we have, like, infinite sand. Not necessarily infinite sand, but we have a pretty good amount of sand, all things considered. What does it cost? Wood, but how much wood? 1 each. We need 4 windows, so we need 4 wood. Fair enough. I don't make the rules, I just follow them. We need 4 wood, we need 4 wood. I want my windows. I have such a bad habit of just not decorating things that, like... At least I can put a window on it. Like, If I'm not gonna decorate it, at least I can have some basic decency to make the exterior have at least a bit of effort put into it. And as usual, we're just gonna start starving to death. Yeah, that's what this place is gonna start looking like anyway. I need to make 2 more doors, I suppose. Which I don't think I can afford. Nope. Okay. It's not the end of the world, but it is unfortunate. It's fine though, I should probably just continue working on quests for a bit and that'll solve itself pretty much. I'll put this crappy door for the meantime. Still though, that is an incredible amount of building done in a very short amount of time. So I approve of this. Let's talk to Gluttimus. Well, blow me down, if that ain't a sight for sore eyes, I ain't seen an iron ingot in ages. Now we'll be able to build hammers hard enough to break into the monster's castle. Let's get ourselves kitted out with sledgehammers and head on over. Alright, it's nearly time for the final phase of Operation Gluttimus. Smash the monster's doors down and bring back Barbella. Nearly being the operative word, it looks like Burley and Maxie ain't quite ready yet. See if you can hurry them up, will ya? Whatever they're having issues with, give them a hand. Yeah, I figured this was coming, because this seems just way too easy. Yeah, let's go. Let's talk to Maxie. Or Maggie Z. How do you know I wanted to ask you something? Is this what they call telepathy? It's nearly time for us to go and rescue Barbella in it, so I've been thinking. Wouldn't it be lovely if we had a place which would get us all fired up, but keep us calm and collected at the same time? Somewhere to keep our hearts out and our heads cool. There ain't anywhere quite like that in Cole right now, right? And it's me, the bats. If you hung up something in there that filled us full of fighting spirit, it'd be just a ticket. Any ideas? Can you think of something that gets your biceps bulging just by looking at it? I don't know. If you come up with something, anything good, just bash it out and bung it in the bats. I know you can do it. If anyone can get us all hot and bothered, it's you. Isn't that like stupid little... Yeah, the armorer's sign. I need to make one of those. Reggie, are you telepathic or something? You're just the fella I was looking for. It's nearly time to go and rescue Barbella. I'm all fired up, but there's just one thing that worries me. When I think about charging into the monster's castle, I can't help feeling that I ain't quite buff enough. But I know you can help, Reggie. I want you to do something for me to get me pumped up for the big day. Cooking a meal so beefy, so earthy, so hot that it makes my muscles fizz into life. I've heard there's a load of super spicy chili peppers growing on the other side of the blue teleportal. Fry me up a nice thick steak with a fiery chili sauce and I'll be a happy man. I might be a vegetarian, but I gotta get some meat down me to get my juices flowing. What do you mean vegetarians can't eat meat? You're having a laugh, ain't ya? What's more important, sticking to my diet or beefing up rescuing Barbella? From this day forwards, I'm a vegetarian no more. Now bring on the meat. Seems kind of counterproductive, doesn't it? But I'm not gonna judge, I just want to get the quest done with, so you know what, we need to make a burning steak or something like that. I didn't really bother reading it. A searing steak, not a burning steak. Well, we have everything, so I guess let's just make that. Let's get that done with nice and quick. Well, let's just give it to him right now. What's your magic? Is that the meat for me? A searing steak, huh? Sounds as tasty as it smells. Mind if I tuck in? Go ahead, I'm not gonna judge. I'll just have a little nibble to start off. Chomp chomp, guzzle guzzle, slurp. Nice. Or blimey, that's the tastiest thing I've eaten in ages. Feels like my glutes are getting bigger already. Tell you the truth, Magic Seed, this is the 37th time I've broken my vegetarian vows. So don't feel bad about leading me into temptation. I know my way there already. I only became a vegetarian in the first place because I was trying to copy Barbella. But you can't build up a body as beefy as this without getting a bit of meat down you every once in a while. And thanks to you, I feel beefier than ever before. It's about time we went down to the monster town and broke Barbella out of the nick. Yeah, but first I have to actually build an armory sign or something. What even was it? I think that's what it was, an armory sign? An armorer's sign, okay. Oh great, I need magic dye. Did the recipe change, or is that still slimes? Yeah, I need slime goo. Great. It's kind of nighttime, but at the same time, what do I care? It's nothing crazy hard to get, I just need to get slime goo. I want to get enough to make 2 things, that way I can be absolutely sure I never need more again. So that'll make 6 in total for that, because we already have 2 somewhere. I don't know where, but we have 2 somewhere, according to the crafting menu. And we need 6 more blue slimes, because we never killed a blue slime, apparently. I would have figured that I would have, but apparently not. Apparently we never killed one. So may as well dig in and start hunting. I know they're exclusively out in this area, but it's mostly scorpions. Luckily, most of the slimes sleep, and they share this bubble effect, which is actually quite easy to see, unlike everything else. So that works out by me. That's 4. I need 6 of them as I get chased down by the ghosts. I saw one appear over there somewhere. Yeah, here it is. You're my last hunter. I don't need anything else, so I'm not gonna bother killing any more enemies. They can chase me down all they want. I'm not gonna fall for their bait. At most, maybe I could use some of the steak meat, since if I recall, steak increases your attack damage, but it's such a little bonus that it's like not even worth the effort. Why am I going to the baths? I wanted to stop at the kitchen and I went straight past. Actually, speaking of, we could move the kitchen over since it is kind of in the way. I didn't want to tear it down yet, but like, it is indeed very much not supposed to be there. I can probably move it. Actually, which side would I want to move it on? I was gonna say I was gonna move it there, but I don't know. I'll probably move it to the left side, I guess. For now, though, I need the armorer's sign. I don't know if I need to add anything else other than that, but I don't intend on it, so yeah. Where do I even begin to put this thing? I guess I can put it on this side. Does that do it? No? I think we need something else too. Lots of fantastic things. Yeah. Next level. An armor sign and a couple of sets of ornamental swords. We don't have ornamental swords. That's probably why. Oh, great fun. Thanks for destroying my buildings. And that also acts as a great example of why I'm not really interested in continuing along with bricks as a main building material, because it is just so weak. It's a decent enough looking kind of brick, but it's not strong. Just anything can break it, so like, we're gonna need reinforcements for sure. What did I want to do? Alright, swords. I got so distracted by the hammerhoods busting in that I just completely forgot about the swords. Question is, where do I put these guys? I can always put them along the wall, I guess. There you go, bodybuilders, bats. That is much better. And Maxi wants to talk to me again, so I guess let's just run it. Whoa, I can feel my heart beating faster already. The bats are the symbol of coal, you know. I bet Barbella will be pleased to see him looking so handsome. She loves them bats, Barbella does. She always used to say that when she got stuck on whatever invention she was working on, a dip in the tub was all it took to calm her down and sort her head out. Did you know that, Majesty? Barbella used to work for this dead, brainy inventor fella. She's been poring over all his old designs ever since, and using them to build new weapons to fight off the monsters. I reckon that might be something to do with why the horrible Rogers kidnapped her in the first place. But anyway, thanks for beefing up the bats, Majesty. All them shiny swords got me in the fighting mood already. As soon as you're ready, let's go and rescue Barbella. Sure. And we got a battle. Great. That's just what I wanted. It wasn't what I wanted at all, for the record, but you know. I'm gonna just like add some temporary protection to this, being that they're gonna be coming from that side. Just for the sake of not having everything I just built get immediately obliterated quite as easily. And then I'm gonna move this kitchen over. I've been hesitant to do it, but like, it just looks horrible. Let's just get this thing moved over so I can be done with it. Oh yeah, the chest is what I missed. Boom. Fanned this out, so now it's actually square, and not just a massive mess. I'm gonna have to redo the floor and most of the layout in here anyway, so that's no biggie. It's just a bit messy though, but things happen. Where do I want to put this? When it's a barbecue, we'll probably have it in this corner. But it makes you question, where do I put this thing? I guess right here. Yeah, that's a base level up. Okay, that makes sense though. We have been building quite a lot. I'll put the chest right in this corner then. Empty room, it turns into a crude kitchen. What's the other thing I wanted to do? There was something else, but I already forgot, so you know what, I'm just not gonna bother. We've already done quite a lot. I guess let's just do that battle and call it decent after that. Alright, here we go. Let's do the battle. I'm not going to bother reading his whole spiel because it's the same every time about how his tummy hurts and he can't help because, of course, he's a coward. Maybe he says something different one time. I might read it again another time, but it's just the same thing every time. We're at the 3 chapters of the NPCs just saying, oh no, the monsters are coming. I think I've had enough. Oh yeah, right, I was kind of supposed to make iron gear, huh? I did not consider that whatsoever. Like, I have whole iron armor and everything unlocked, and I just didn't make a single piece of it. Very smart of me, I know. To be fair, I was doing pretty well off with my crap sword and my crap armor, but I should probably upgrade, because I feel like we're probably going to be in the iron phase for a good amount of time. Let me get rid of the crappy starter weapon at least. There you go. Bit of gearing up's never hurt nobody. Of course, this guy destroys the bedroom in 3 seconds flat. Hitboxes are so up in the Switch version of the game. They just don't work. It's like complete RNG. At least this battle doesn't seem to be nearly as hard as the other one. Which is a pretty good start, actually. Definitely not any tougher than I was last time. While the enemies are definitely not stronger, I'm definitely not stronger either. Oh, there's still another guy here. Must have teleported. I'll grab this before I forget. Might come in handy. Usually need that to build armors. Great. I mean, at least they don't attack when they shield, but like, it's just annoying because it's just a time period where you just can't attack at all. There you go, he's dead. That's everyone. Okay, at least that battle wasn't nearly as miserable. Gains another seed of life. I'm actually gonna hold on to that one, I think. I'm not gonna eat them all yet. Let's talk to Gluttonous again, maybe for the last time today, I don't know. I knew you could do it, Meji. You showed those rotten monsters what us humans are made of. Now that's all done and dusted, it's finally time to put the plan into action. We've gotta head on down to the Monsters Manor and break Barbella out. Alright, let me tell you how we're gonna do it. You listening? Sure, I guess. Barbella's locked up somewhere in the Monster's Castle. Our first priority is going to get her out of there. But as ever, it ain't gonna be that easy. We're gonna need a special weapon to break through them bars. And what's worse, we ain't got any way of making one, not without those plans Barbella was working on. She had this design for a welder's workbench, you see, a funny looking metal table you could use to make all kinds of weapons. If we had those plans, we'd be in business. Only problem is, those rotten thieving monsters pinched them. Well, it got half-inch, we can't half-inch back. That's the first part of the plan. Sneak into the monster's castle and steal those design documents. I'll stay behind to look after the base, but I'll be keeping every one of my fingers crossed that you, Burly, and Maxie make it out of that hellhole in one piece. And, yeah, he's not gonna come. Oh, what are you looking at me like that for? That face of yours is cold enough to give a fella the chills. Alright, give me a break, will ya? I'll come along just this once, but I'm only doing it for Barbella's sake. We can get to the monster's castle by following that compass of yours. Soon as you're ready, we'll head out together. I'll just give you a minute to get focused. Once you're good and ready, give me a shout. Actually, I want you now. I'm not gonna do the Barbella thing until tomorrow, because I only have 20 minutes left that I feel like streaming today. Because after that I have to be quiet, and I don't wanna, so... I'm actually gonna collect everyone. And... I'm pretty sure there's a dragon on this main island. So let's go kill it. There's also the massive troll in the middle of the fields. So... why not try and take care of both of those? But first I should sleep, because we're gonna be getting harassed the entire time, probably, by enemies if I don't sleep to just pass the night. But first I want to take a drink, because all this yapping this quickly dries out your throat a lot, apparently. I don't know, I guess I'm not as much of a yapper as I used to be, but it's just because I don't do, like, Nowadays I edit my videos down more, so I don't feel ashamed to just go quiet for periods of time just to rest. I don't stream as much, I don't stream for as long, and I don't yap as much when I record, so like, I don't use my voice nearly as much as I used to back in the day. That's probably why I'm struggling so much now that I'm starting back up on streaming pretty regularly. I started streaming again at the worst possible time, but you know. It's the thought that counts. I'm getting back on the grind. I'm no longer lazy unk. I'm lazy less unk. I want to get that troll knocked the heck to the ground. I don't know if I can even damage him with this gear, but I don't care. I want to bonk him, being that we're 3 guys. 4 guys, technically, but like... all 3 of our guys are able to come with us. Six damage. It's damage. Not good, but... it's also a terrible spot, because he's like in a little crevice. Ow, that damn. Yeah, he hits. Great, now I have the local bunny population after me too. Oh, he's taking damage now. Like, he is not nearly as resilient as I thought. If only the hitboxes worked, then I could actually hit the dang guy. Thing is, the bigger an enemy, the worse the hitbox bug is, which is like, makes it annoying. It's not the end of the world. This isn't the hardest game ever in terms of combat. Once you know the patterns, it's not that difficult. But it's just, you know, annoying. The concept of hitting an enemy, and you know full well that you hit the hitbox, but it doesn't count the damage. It's just annoying. Like, it's not the end of the world, but it's just annoying knowing full well that, like, you did the damage, but it didn't count. Yeah, I think there was something behind the fortress back here. I didn't bother looking, but there was like a bunch of lava and everything. Speaking of which, I think we need lava for something later, so I kind of want some of that. Even if we don't need it, I kind of want to... I might use it for something. I want to come back here anyway, which is why I'm not worried about it. But yeah, there's a tower back there. I want these tiles. So... I want the tiles and the lights, but the lights are more of an afterthought. Thing is, there's so many goodies all around. Come on, get out of the building. This 2016 AI is peak. Actually, it's not that terrible. It's just mountains that it has a hard time figuring out. For AI of a decade ago, it's not too bad. Considering nowadays AI is not much better at moving around the world. Unless it's like manually pre-programmed. Yeah, I want to figure this out. I think there's something here. I remember getting a reward or something. Probably a seed of life. I remember I came here and got something when I played the PC port forever ago now, basically. Oh yeah, there's a dragon in a chest. That's what it was. I knew there was something, because I did something here, but didn't really remember what it was exactly. Like, there's a whole, like, dangerous area because you can't really attack from here. I want a harder block. Do I have... I have the sandstone. I do. That's not what I wanted. That did not work at all. Yeah, that's why it's dangerous, because you can very easily fall down. Of course, it still hit me. Come on, die. It's a tough dragon. Come on, die. I know the dragon gives something too. It's not just the Seed of Life, because I got 2 things here last time. Yeah, there you go. Dragon Scale. That's like +5 defense or something, right? Yeah, a protective pendant shaped from a serpent scale, defense +5. Nice. I didn't even pick up the Seed of Life. That's good that I caught that, because I would have just left without it. I think that's everything, though. I don't think there's much else, if anything. Yeah, that's just a rock. Yeah, I think that's everything here. It's just a dragon that I was missing. I mean, there are a few more caves, so there might be a chest with some item in it, but... I'm not that picky. I got the world map, which is probably what the chest was, if anything. And you know what? I'm gonna Chimera Wing back, because we got more Chimera Wings. And I don't really want to walk. Because this is probably gonna be it. I don't want to do the Barbella stuff yet, because I just don't want to stream for that long, and I don't know what all of it entails. I just remember it being long. So I think we'll call it here. We did more progress than I expected. I didn't expect to get iron gear, to be honest. I only expected to build part of this and then get some wood, obviously, but we got further than I expected, which is honestly nice, because these streams are shorter than when I originally started this, now, like, it's harder to progress as much, you know? It feels like it's harder to progress as much because I'm not streaming for as long per time, but, like, it is what it is. I don't care. If you guys enjoyed, I guess that will be that for today. I might play more tomorrow. Well, I don't want to promise anything because it's Saturday tomorrow, right? Yeah, I might play more. We'll see. Depends if I want to or not. But yeah, that is that. I'll see you guys whenever I next stream this, or Subnautica 2, because I'll probably stream that. Maybe even later tonight, to be honest. I have no idea.